Duel Review is brought to you by NexusDigitalComics.com.
This week on Duel Review, World of Goo, followed by Trigun.
We take a look at Foolproof the movie, and we start off the week with Spider-Man India. I'm RJ.
And I'm Nick.
Let's get to it. Welcome to today's Duel Review. It is the 19th of March, and we're going to be taking a look at Spider-Man India.
Right, here's number one. I collected these when it first came out. Thank you for the hands. It came out in, 2004 in India, and then 2005 in America. Basically,
India always getting comics first.
Damn it. Basically, what they wanted to do is a group of Indians wanted to bring our comic book culture to India, so they found a suitable vessel in Spider-Man. And basically, it's Spider-Man's story, only instead of science, they use, magic and amulets and demons. The story follows the Peter Parker counterpart, who doesn't actually have an Indian name, but just oddly, differently pronounced.
I'm never gonna try, but yeah, it's Peter Parker is kind of how it's mouthed, like the let
me switch over so you can see other things.
They do that a lot with the names, actually.
Yeah, May's in there. Mary Jane.
Annie
May.
Too, Aunt Maya, Aunt Maya.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
They wanted to reach Indian audiences, and they caught my attention because I'm
half Indian.
No.
Oh.
I like to look for. I like variant editions of things like Spider-Man Noir. I really liked. One of the ones that I'm lending him is Spider-Man, the Legend of the Spider Clan, which is about ninjas and stuff. So that's pretty awesome. So I'm always looking for reimaginations of well-known comic book characters, and I stumbled upon this, and I like this series a lot. In spite of all of the similarities, I do like the differences. First of all, his costume is kick-ass. I love it. He doesn't like it, but I think it's cool. Everything down to the logos that he uses.
He's wearing shoes with no socks. I hate that. And also the shoes are like that weird, the
loopy ones,
toe thing.
But I don't know. I think it totally works.
Bare calves on Spider-Man.
You don't get to see the back, the emblem on the back too often, but that's pretty cool too. So Peter Parker. Let me start over. Norman Osborn finds an amulet that, I guess, more or less possesses him to become the demonic Green Goblin. And he wants to open a gate to let all of his demon brothers in. And in response to this, a yogi.
It's basically Madam Web in male form,
right.
Male Indian form.
Right, he's pretty awesome, though. He doesn't do anything other than give the powers, but I think he's illustrated very well. So he gives Peter Parker the abilities of the Spider, and I don't know why. Obviously it's because he's Spider-Man that they gave him the powers, but I don't know why. I wish they would have come up with a clever excuse as to why it's a spider and not something else, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
There's Green Goblin. So Peter Parker gets his spider abilities. Huh?
A slideshow presentation where
I'm trying to show him off. I think the artwork is amazing in this.
And now we take a look at the second part of my presentation.
Again, the artwork is great. What was I talking about? Oh, sorry. So there are three main bad guys in this, one of which obviously is Green Goblin. Green Goblin produces or turns a human into a demon in the form of Doc Octopus.
Kind of.
Well, he's got the arms and stuff.
Yeah, they're energy.
And he's got the glasses, that Doc Ock is known for.
They also got the snaggle tooth, like the Indian tooth thing where the tooth they curl out.
Oh, here's the yogi. I thought that was pretty awesome.
The Madam Web
that's a cool picture. If I could get that, I would probably frame that. That's pretty awesome. I like that.
Okay.
And then the third bad guy would be Venom. And Venom comes in the form of, and this is my interpretation of it, it's more or less Peter Parker's I guess his dark side, his subconscious kind of like thing, that kind of gets turned physical and more or less tries to sway Peter Parker into being a bad guy and joining, Green Goblin and fighting him off. In taking over the world, rather. So yeah, so it's interesting, again, it is just a reimagination of the Spider-Man story that we all know and love, but different form. I think it's pretty awesome.
Okay.
You disagree?
There's nothing wrong with it. I don't have a problem with it. It's not bad or anything. It's just, it kind of does this thing, I think, where it was interesting to find out that it was truly made for an Indian audience, because it does this thing where it's like, we're Americans and we're going to do nods like, boy, we're trying to be Indian because we're using all these crazy names and, Indian names and, nodding to the spiritual legends of India or whatever. I don't know. I'm sure it's in the folklore. I mean, I've seen that image a lot. The snaggletooth and the horns and stuff like that. But it didn't seem to be really Indian. Like, there was nothing that was Indian culture in it, just because, like, they still use, what was it, like dipwad and, like American terms. And
well, again,
it just seems like they overdid the, we are Indian because we have Indian names. Like, I go to a school that has a very Indian name, kind of thing. But at the end of the day, there's not enough like Indian colloquialisms, because it should have been like, I read it and I'm like, I don't understand that because that's for an Indian audience.
Right.
But there was nothing like that.
I think what happened was, basically the people who wrote this, and I probably should name drop, so we have, and I'm going to have to read this because I'm not Indian, Sharad Devarajan, Suresh Sitharaman, and Jeevan J. Kang.
Okay.
So excuse me for mispronunciation.
We're very white.
Pronouncing those names. Anyways, they work as translators for Marvel to their Indian Shore audiences, and they decided to make their own comic, Spider-Man India, and they have their own production name. I think it's Gotham Productions or something like that.
I mean, perhaps that growing up in India is not as different as I would think, that it's very American, but I just have this feeling like it's not.
Well, what I'm getting at is the colloquialisms that you're talking about, they probably use in the Indian version, but when they translate it into English, because that's what they do for a living, they just took them out.
And I'm also thinking of what I recently read, as I finally read the Luke Cage noir,
right?
All of it, and they do this really great lingo dialogue from the period. It's very jive talk, kind of thing, but it's very, like, I don't totally understand like where that came from, but it's very evident that it's taken out of there, and it seems very true, even though it's something I don't understand. Right. And that's the sort of thing I was looking for in this.
A nice Indian flavor.
Yeah, just something.
Jasmine rice.
But I don't know, because it's very, I don't know. It seems unnecessary to me. It seems superfluous. But I'm taking it purely as an American. I'm not thinking of it. I didn't know it was made for India. I just thought it was like an excuse for them to tell the origin story yet again.
Right.
So it was just kind of, okay. And like I say, there's nothing wrong with it. It's on Marvel Digital, so I was able to watch it with my subscription.
Read it,
with my subscription. And the art is great. I don't like his suit, but bare calves, it's just weird.
I totally dig the suit with the white, I forget what the pants are called, but the pants, I mean, it does have a lot of the traditional Spider-Man-ness to it, especially with the webbing and the eyes. But, I mean, I totally dig it. I thought it was awesome. Oh, yeah, you can tell how old it is. It's got a Fable logo. I mean, a Fable commercial.
And it's kind of interesting that they took the Green Goblin and Venom and sort of reimagined them a little bit.
Yeah.
That stuff is like canon to me, though, so it's like, don't mess with it. But I don't know. So I'm just not like overwhelmed with pride about it or anything. You know what I mean?
Well,
like it's okay.
I totally dug it. I like the reimagining for other cultures. Plus, I like what I was really looking for I was looking for something when I found this, and that was, I wanted another country's superhero comic. I just really wanted to, because I remember South America has another Spider rendition, but it's not, Spider-Man related. I just can't remember the name of him. I think it's just the Spider, ain't it? I don't know. I don't know. But, I was looking for something, and then I found this, and I was like, okay, let me check this out. And, I loved it, and I bought all the, well, there's only 4, unfortunately.
I think there's 6.
No, I think there's only 4.
Was there?
Yeah, there's only 4.
Okay. I thought I read more last night, but... Anyway, okay. Well, that's Spider-Man India. An interesting take.
I enjoyed it thoroughly, and if anyone watching happens to know of any similar reimaginations for other cultures, like, just please let me know, because I'm always interested in that kind of stuff. The outside of American.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Follow us on Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube. Tell us what you think.
If you're going to Emerald, why do I stumble on that? If you're going to Emerald City Comic Con, please let us know. And when you get to Emerald City Comic Con, please buy his card game, and always leave comments. I will answer.
That's it. See you later.
Bye.
I was trying to switch and shoot at the same time.
Actually, that'd be pretty cool if you pulled that off.
Will you?
Bye. Don't stop believing. There was something that I wanted to say that I could not tie in because it's kind of out there. But there's this movie based on a series of books that were Russian. It was called Day Watch, Night Watch, and then there was 2 other watches. And the movie was horrible. It was like Day Watch and Night Watch. They were horrible movies, like really campy and B-rated.
You got that internet.
But yeah, I wanted to tie that in, but I just can't do it now. Yay!
Up next, the game World of Goo.
That's annoying.
Thank you.
That's really annoying.
Thank you for that serenade. Serenade. I can go for a tall glass of serenade right now. Serenade.
This week on Duel Review, World of Goo, followed by Trigun.
We take a look at Foolproof,
the movie.
Yes.
And then we do Spider-Man India. We like Spider-Man. I like Spider-Man.
Let's get to it. I think we should probably do that one again.
This week on Duel Review, World of Goo, followed by Trigun.
We take a look at Foolproof, the movie, and we start off the week with Spider-Man India. I'm RJ.
And I'm Nick.
Let's get to it. It's magical. Spider-Man India.
Right, from Wayne's World?
Yeah.
When they do the dream sequence.
Welcome to today. It is 1999 days. That's not. That's your 1999.
Yeah, the entire 1999. I was doing this. I was like, hey, what's going on? Nice day today, huh? All right.
Like how you eat. That wasn't even funny.
It was. I laughed.
Okay. Kind of like you're opening a trunk. Burp.